This is Blair Portfolio, and I've been doing a lot of research, especially looking at my old notes about margin. If you guys haven't seen my last video, I got sidetracked with these high yields rather than actually truly doing what I need to do to use margin to get ahead. Because margin really is a way to get ahead. You just have to be smart about it, and you can't be greedy. You have $10,000 of your own, and you want to use 50% margin. So you use 5,000, which gives you 15,000. You can use about 50% of your portfolio, and the margin call actually really isn't that bad. The problem is when you max it out, but about 50% really isn't that bad. I'm about to show you guys why. Let's just say you have a job and you get paid weekly, right? Let's say you get paid at least $500 a week, right? Now, a margin call might seem like it's really, really bad, but it actually really isn't that bad. And in this example, let's say you lose the perfect amount for a margin call. So 25% of this, that should be 8,333, I believe. Yeah, this should give you a margin call if my math is correct. Okay, that should be the 25%. So you're gonna hit a margin call here, right? And because your portfolio cannot fall under 6,668. So 6,667 is a margin call. So to fix this margin call, it actually really isn't that much money. You just need to have 667. Now you're out of a margin call. You just need 667 to get out of a margin call, and you're able to borrow $5,000. And what you want to do with this is that you want to use the margin that you're going to use and put that into a T-bill. So you'll want to say, okay, if I'm going to use $15,000, 667 of it has to go into a T-bill. And the reason why I say you need to have it go into a T-bill because it doesn't move, and then you can liquidate it very easily. And then that T-bill is giving you a dividend every single month, or distribution every single month, right? So that's guaranteed, like an extra buffer to prevent you from getting a margin call. So you already have your buffer, right? And then you're going to have your T-bill as an extra safety net. And then obviously, without that, you're kind of screwed, or you can double it up, or however you want to do it. But the point is that this is how you use margin. This is how you use margin, all right? And there's a way to do this with 100%, but I think 50% is a lot of margin. I think most people are just going to mess up 100%. But I personally don't think you should use 100% of margin, and this is the problem. So the math here is fine. The problem is the market moves double. So if the market moves by 2, yours moves by 4, right? And that's the problem with this, is that in a bear market, you lose so much money so fast, and that's how you get a margin call. Now, 50% is a lot, don't get me wrong, and I don't think you should really use more than maybe 25% of margin. I know a lot of people say use 10% margin, but 25% margin is pretty conservative, especially with how much you need to put in there to fix your margin call. This really isn't that bad. Like, if you were to use this to pay off your loan, if you get a margin call, you can still pay off your loan. And now, knowing the exact amount for this, it's almost, I would argue, it's almost impossible to get a margin call if you use your margin to pay off your loan, like I was saying in my last video. So I'm still doing research. This is where I'm at right here, guys. The margin calls aren't that bad. People are just stupid, to be honest with you. If you're doing your portfolio correctly and you're not being greedy, because that's the main thing, you're not chasing the highest yields, it is almost impossible to get a margin call. It's just, the math tells you that it's almost impossible to get a margin call. Because let's say you invest in SPYI. It doesn't move that much. The problem is that you guys are in yield max, and yield max is falling by 30%, and your portfolio falls by 60%, and you get a margin call. In the real world, in these normal ETFs, I'll say anything under 20%, preferably anything at 15% to 10%, you don't really get a margin call like that. It's very hard to get a margin call. It's just, everyone's thirsty. You invest in Tesla, go up a bunch of percent. Or I want to do YMAX or Ulti. Just stop being greedy. Stop being pigs. You guys have to remember, in the stock market, bulls eat, bears eat, but pigs get slaughtered.